No, more.
Oh, more? You think there's more? I don't think there's more. I
Oh,
think
fuck yeah. 300
Oh, I
million
think
people in
there's
this
more.
country. You're going to say 1/6 of the country has their minds made up already? I think you're way off base.
All right, so
I
maybe
think
it's more, but
I think it's higher. I agree with Ren. I think it's higher. It's got
yeah,
to be.
yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna
I mean,
argue.
if you said
Yeah,
150 million people had their mind made up or
yeah.
130 million, somewhere in that range, okay, maybe.
And see,
A
Somewhere
hundred
between a
million
third and
would
a
be
half
far. A
have their
hundred
mind made up.
million.
Come on, bro.
all
You
right.
got parents
Okay.
that go to the voting booth and pull one lever just like I got a mother who goes to the voting booth and pulls one lever when it
Yeah,
comes to election time.
yeah,
They vote one way and one way only, and whether it's red or blue, it don't matter. They're
right.
not going and going, well, I really like what this one stands for. I'm going to vote for that one. And I really like what this one stands for. I'm going to vote. No, they go,
Yeah,
I'm Republican. Click.
yeah.
Hey,
Pull
hey,
all the
Ren,
pull against
Ren,
one.
wait, Webby, I gotta ask a
Go
question
ahead.
to Ren. Ren, you didn't fully weigh in on the NBA thing, on the sports
Because
thing.
I don't give a
I
shit about the
really
NBA.
gotta
I
hear
think
your
they're all
take.
crybabies.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't pay
That's
attention to the
fine. You
NBA
want?
because I don't. I
Okay,
honestly don't
no,
pay
no, no, no.
attention to the NBA.
And that's cool. But where do you think what they're doing? Because you said right, left, you don't give a shit, blah blah blah, and that's fine. But you didn't say anything because Webby said a lot of things about what he believes in, what sports is doing right now. But where do you stand? Is what they're doing right? Boycotting,
I
playing, not
Thump,
playing? How do you feel?
so Thump and I have had a lot of these conversations.
Yeah, we have a very
You know,
shared
you know
opinion
me.
on this.
I'm a
Yeah.
very I'm very much in tune with fantasy sports. I host a radio show dedicated to fantasy sports that I don't even feel like doing this year. I'm so disenfranchised by sports with the current climate of the pandemic and what's going on. I don't I am on the side of not being a believer in anything is going to come to fruition. Um,
Hmm.
I look at all of the athletes like, you're an athlete, you got to a pinnacle of your life, you got to the pinnacle of your collegiate career, you got drafted, you deserve to be paid. I understand that. I'm also a believer in there should be a cap as to what people are paid. Like in baseball, these
Right.
lifetime contracts that are going on is fucking
Hmm.
ludicrous and stupid to me. It is, in my opinion, ruining the sport for me. Whether it's ruining the sport for anybody else, I can't answer that question. Um, I'm so disenfranchised with sports completely right now because to me it's just completely not on my radar or even an important thing. I have watched maybe 10 innings of baseball since they came back. Don't care. Football,
No, no,
don't.
I was
I just I
Ren.
have no like you're a sports guy. Louis a sports guy. Webb's a
Yeah.
sports guy. Thump is a NASCAR football guy. So he's a sports guy to a point. He likes his
Tailored
sports the way
sports.
he likes his sports.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
very
likes his
tailored.
sports. He likes the
By then,
sports
though,
that
I gotta
he
take my
likes.
leave, so I'll be back
Me,
on Tuesday. Good
All
night.
right, man.
Hey, look.
by the way, for me, like I appreciate all sports for what they bring to the table, and I understand the differences in all sports. The NBA,
Yeah.
they lost me. I want to say the NBA lost me in probably the early 2000s when it became about. Allen Iverson kind of ruined the NBA for me. Like
Oh,
I'm holding out because I want to be paid,
walking,
and that
walking,
was the point in time.
bitch he is. Sorry.
That was the point in time when I began to have this realization, not just of the NBA, but of all sports that like, yes, you deserve to be paid. Like, I'm like extremely good at what I do for a living, but I can't walk into my fucking company and go, I'm holding out and not doing no more work until you give me a new contract. Because I don't have a contract. I'm an at-will employee. They go, this is what you agreed to work for. We'll give you a raise when we decide to give you a raise, and that's your life. Whereas these guys sit here and go, well, you know what? I'm making $111 million, but I want $171 million, and I ain't doing a fucking thing until you give me my 60 extra $1 million. To me, you're a crybaby, greedy motherfucker, and you're ruining what sports intention was from the jump, and that was to be a pastime for the common man. Now
Ren.
it's a
God.
business.
Oh my God, Ren, your take is so awesome.
It's
I
it's
have
honestly
zero
how I
negativity
feel.
to say because I grew up. We all, Webby, you,
Mhm.
Thump, we all grew up playing the sports and we loved it. Whether you played it for a long period of time, short period of time, took it to collegiate level, we did it because we loved the fucking game. Didn't give a shit about the money.
And nobody
Now we are
and
applying for
nobody
jobs or
nobody plays the game for the love of the game anymore. Like all those fucking
and that's
marketing ads for the NFL for the love of the game, and MLB when they throw out those ads for the it's not for the love of the game, it's economics.
not
It's
anymore.
money.
Nope, not, and that's some bullshit.
And in my honest
And I'm
opinion,
sorry.
money is
Yeah.
ruining sports. I would
Okay, stop right
rather
there. Stop
all
right there.
of these
Stop right there.
I-
Question. I got a question for you, Joel, right now. NCAA,
Go.
they want to let these guys make money instead of not making money like it's been the cardinal rule for, I don't know, the last, 60, 70 years. You can have an agent that gets you deals and you can make money during college. Agree or disagree?
TCU, they almost got banned. I mean, or SMU, whatever it was. The money has always been going through. The money has always been going through college athletics, whether we look at it or not. It happens. Let these guys make money. They're not paid at will employees. They're not. I'm gonna work for you and you're gonna pay me.
Mm-hmm.
They're basic, and I hate to use this word, but I'm going to use it for this one time. They're basically slaves. They work for the university, who brings in the money, and they get zero. Let me count it in my head. Fucking zero.
Is the university an entity that teaches children with sports in the background, or is a university an entity that pushes sports first and gives you a diploma when you're done?
That's a catch-22 question that is extremely heavily weighted
It's a hot
towards.
It's a hot debate.
But it's a heavily weighted question because they're gonna give all of their, what do they call them when they come out of high school? No matter what sport you play, you are a blank athlete. Blue chip.
A blue chip athlete making
blue chip.
You're a blue chip athlete. They give blue chip athletes everything, and they have an allocation for that.
Yeah, but you gotta remember,
There's an allocation for that. Now, on the flip side, not to give the colleges or universities
$1 million a year.
any lack of credence. On the flip side of that, they have as many valedictorians and super smart individuals on the other side of the court that they're doing the same thing for.
Sure.
But I have to ask you guys both a question. Webby and Ren.
Go ahead.
Got to ask you guys a question. And you will be surprised about the answer because I did my research. Where do most colleges and universities make their money from? Out-of-state tuition or athletics?
Athletics. It's got to be
out-of-state
tuition.
No.
Out-of-state tuition.
It's out-of-state tuition.
Yep.
They make you go to the University of Florida. Here's one example, and I did extensive research. You are an out-of-state resident, and you go to the University of Florida. You're paying $52,000 a year to go to school.
Okay.
And that's from one student.
Okay.
And even if the campuses allow 15, 20% occupancy, they're making a ginormous amount of money. They pull your eyes. The wool is pulled over your eyes with sports. It's a great thing. And college athletes, should they not make money? That's a whole other discussion to me. But colleges make most of their money from the students going to the college.
See, I don't, I'm not 100% sure on where Maximus Prime 709 Ren's kid is going to school. I know
He's got 4 colleges he's looking at.
my child.
Ohio State, Pitt.
That's money, yeah.
Penn State.
Penn State, big money.
Ohio State, Penn State, and my alma mater, Meridian.
Yeah, Marion. Okay. My kid chose to go to Monmouth University because it's a good school for what it is. She plans on studying and graduating with, if knock wood, if that's what she decides to follow through with. But that's only like 26 grand a year, only. 26 grand.
Oh, speaking of 26. Speaking of 26 and money, I'm going to completely derail this conversation.
Yeah.
Joel, you don't know, but I actually took to a real job instead of just being a guy on the internet talking over a microphone. And so I work for UPS now. But yesterday,
nice.
I did put my name on the list for the temporary package delivery.
That's
26. That's $26 an hour.
Fuck yeah!
And right now they're averaging anywhere between 10 to 11 hours a day. So
that's fucking awesome, dude.
Look, package delivery systems, especially with what's going on right now with the fucking post office and all of that bullshit. I bought stock in UPS the day you got a job there. I want you to know that, Thump.
Well, that's good. I got a better deal on it.
No shit, you got stock options.
Well, no, you know how I got a better deal? I get to buy at the quarterly low.
Yeah.
And it had already gone up. It had already gone up $30.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead, Joel.
Got a question for the UPS test. I mean, how was the test? What was it about? Routes, locations?
What test?
UPS, USPS.
No.
They all say you got to take a test first.
No.
Okay, hold on. Here, I'll explain the application process. All right, so the application process to go to UPS was go to the website, check out what jobs are available in the areas that you would be willing to work in. Click on one of those to apply for that specific job, and with that specific job, they will have you download an app that will make you play games. All right, so you play about 20 minutes worth of games through this app, and it's like an...
And you're serious? You're playing games?
Yeah.
For sure?
Yeah, one of them is recognizing and remembering the numbers.
So
they'll flash six. It's a competency test or a personality test to a degree. One of the games is you're partnered with another applicant, and the two of you are put against each other with monetary value. And
makes sense.
They issue a monetary amount to you. You don't know whether they do or don't, or how much monetary they issue to the other guy. And you make a decision on what to do with the monetary value based on how you feel about the money that you have, because that person could get nothing. And it's kind of a personality test of sorts, an IQ test also in there. And after I've completed playing the video game, on my phone, got done playing the game, I went back to the application page, and they were like, all right, so we definitely got a job for you. And that was my application. Nice. Schedule your day that you would like to start. We'll hit you up and let you know when that'll be.
That's amazing. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it was start filling out an application, do all the personal information type stuff, and then they just want to see if you have the aptitude and the comprehension to fit in somewhere within the company. Because I applied for a package handler, and that could have meant loading, unloading, sorting, e-reg. Like, there are 4 different positions that are available for just a package handler. And they were just like, all right, let's see if he can actually, fit in somewhere. And so that's kind of what the video game measures through the multiple different little tests that they do through the game. You get a score and, everything like that. And once you go back to the website, they were pretty much immediately like, all right, so we got a job for you. We'll have our HR person reach out to you and let you know when that day is available and if you're good for it. And the lady called me like maybe the next day, I think it was, and was like,
Sweet.
It was like, so orientation can be this Monday, come and be here at this time, and show up in your work gear ready to go, but you're only coming for orientation, and you're going to be an hour and a half with me, and then the rest of your evening will be spent filling out paperwork. And that's all the liability stuff and all the emergency contact information and all of the stuff that UPS needs to let you know about your safety inside of the business. And a guy basically telling you what your opportunities within the company will be and what the rules and regulations are, and signing that you have agreed to the fact that he told you about all of this stuff. And so you go through that, and the next day they're like, you're coming in again, meet us in this conference room. And it was like, all right, you're going to work. So Tuesday we were all out doing stuff.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad that's great that you got that opportunity. And you know what, guys? This is your show. I've been on for almost an hour and a half, and I don't want to.
Our show's almost over, bro.
Yeah, I'll be out of here literally in 15 minutes. I got to go to work at like 10:15. So
I know. I'm sorry I've been on for so long.
Oh no,
man.
You're always welcome.
I can't hear.
I know you
And
can.
it's your shit. It's your show. If it bros, it's an amazing thing what you guys are doing, how you guys are doing it, how you've sustained it. I have nothing but the utmost respect for you guys.
We're just stubborn as hell, Joel. That's all it is, man. We're just stubborn as...
Stubbornness or not. Fucking no. I'm giving you guys respect. And I'm giving you guys the talent, knowledge that you know you deserve. You know you need these accolades. I don't think people acknowledge you guys enough for what you do. And you have done it. Pandemic, from the bunker, from whatever the fuck you were doing. I've seen it the whole last couple months on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
And don't think I didn't see it. Don't think I didn't fucking see it. Don't think I didn't watch. Don't think I didn't listen in, because I did. I know.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
And I respect that. I know you guys are. And somebody needed to call you tonight because you may have Louis calling, you may have blah, blah, blah. All these people calling, saying good things, or whatever the hell they may say.
We got one guy who just calls and says one word.
I'm saying respect for all three of you. Thump, Ren, Webby, nothing but respect from me.
We greatly appreciate it.
And I know what I'm talking about. And you guys know me, and I've been there in your own seats. And I thank you for you
Joel
guys.
Mouse in the house.
Yeah,
check them out.
We're glad. Yeah, we're glad to hear that you're actually back in front of a microphone.
I know, but I have to say one more thing before I
go.
Pimp
out your podcast.
Yeah,
pimp out your podcast. You said you just started a podcast. Pimp it out.
I did. I did. And on Anchor, it was Joel the Mouth. The first episode. I took a little controversial take on the NBA. Some people may be happy with it. Some people may not. They may be happy. They may not. It was on Anchor. I did the Anchor thing. It's on my my Anchor podcast, Joel the Mouth. You can find me, or you could tweet me at _Joel the Mouth. But you guys have been nothing short of tremendous. And to be on your show and to allow me over an hour and a half on your show, I have nothing.
Always
but respect
welcome,
for you
brother.
guys.
Always
And I
welcome.
appreciate you guys. And I
Don't be a
thank you guys.
stranger.
And I have to say, no, I won't. And I got to say one thing. Part of the reason that I did my podcast wasn't just because of social injustice. It wasn't because of all the other things. It was because I saw a lot of people doing their thing and continually doing their thing. And there was no group and there was no trio who was doing their thing more than you guys, who kept it alive. And every Thursday night, every Tuesday night, there was always a live from the bunker, or there was always this, or there was always that, or there was always a tweet. Just because I didn't respond, just because I didn't like it or comment on it, doesn't mean I didn't see it. So I fucking thank you guys from the fucking bottom of my heart. You guys are part of the reason why I brought the podcast back, and I can't respect you guys enough. So I appreciate you guys. So thank you very much, and I
Joel the Mouth in the house.
can't say enough.
Anchor. Fuck yeah, Joel. Hands down.
All right, brothers.
Know the deal. You got the number.
All right, man.
You can Skype
I
in.
do.
You can Skype
All right,
in.
man.
Always have a platform here. You know that.
I know, no, but
I ain't got
you
to
have
tell
to tell you have to tell your listeners how fucking amazing you are. Not about me. I don't give a shit.
No,
You can respect me all you want. Send me a motherfucking text. I don't give a shit. Send me a Facebook message. Tell the people the reason they should be listening to the 8-Bit Bros is because they're fucking awesome. They say what they want to say. Okay, they do what they want to do. They drink beer, take shots of Fireball, whatever alcoholic drink they want to take, and they put people on notice.
Tried to educate.
Respect you.
Yep.
Webby, Ren, Thump, respect you guys, not me. I don't give a fuck about myself at the moment. I respect you guys. You guys deserve it. And you guys are appreciated. And I don't think in this industry, what you guys are doing, a lot of people give respect. And a lot of people say thank you.
Yeah.
And in
that's
any
true.
job I've had, any industry I've done, sometimes you don't get a thank you. And sometimes a thank you goes a long way. So I want to thank you, gentlemen, for allowing me to call in tonight. And I want to thank you for doing what you do. You have helped me more than you know. And I truly appreciate it, gentlemen.
I appreciate those words of sentiment. Joel, you give me a call outside of the show. We should catch up and have chit chat. Without a doubt.
Definitely.
I'm being
Joel.
serious, guys. Don't think I'm bullshitting, guys.
No.
Joel, is
I'm
your
not
number?
fucking around.
Joel, is your number still the same?
Yeah, it's the
Have you
same.
changed
Well,
your phone
Same
number?
I called the show.
yeah, look at
Don't
his.
don't say it online. I don't want
I wouldn't do
random people calling me, but you guys know it.
Oh, 1708. No, I won't do that.
Yeah,
same
whatever.
number he called in on that.
But yeah, I just so your because I know your audience is still listening. Just for your audience and for the 8-Bit Bros, these guys are fucking for real. They've always been. And listen. They talk about beer. They talk about video games. They talk about bullshit. They talk about politics. They talk about sports. They talk about whatever the fuck they want. And they have their own minds. And that's the most important thing. So,
That's right.
Good night, gentlemen. I hope to hear from all of you. And I thank you very much. An hour and a half on your channel, on your time. I couldn't respect that anymore. So thank you very much.
Joel the Mouth in the house. 8-Bit Bros. Joel the Mouth. It's like a fucking surprise out of nowhere. We loved it. Every second of it. Joel the Mouth. Catch him on Anchor. Look him up. Look for Joel the Mouth. Listen to what he has to say. He's got words of wisdom. It's like us. Words of wisdom. We appreciate every minute of it, Joel. Thank you. Wow, gentlemen. Shocker.
Yeah, right.
Look who I got in my lap. She's kind of missing, but yeah, look, there she is. Yeah.
Hi, wifey.
Polio in the house.
What up, Keyholio?
No.
You talking to that mic? Go ahead. There you go.
I know.
There you
How
go.
are you? I miss you.
What's going on?
Hey, Thump,
Nothing.
Yo.
look who we got. Look who we got,
I
Thump.
know.
Really?
Thump,
What
what's
do you
up?
mean? She's been sitting in the chair for the longest time. What do you mean, look who we
I
got?
know.
Well, for a while a
I
head
know,
was
but
missing.
you
You know.
people
So, Webb, the real question we both want to know is, do you have a little bit of a rise?
Oh my God! Stop.
I'll let her answer
That's
that.
not silly. No, stop. Stop.
I'll let her answer.
And wifey, stop laughing.
Thump wants to Thump reset the ears to make sure he could hear the answer.
No.
Thump, fucking Joel. Was that like not a shock?
That's why I didn't say anything when I brought him in. I was just like, I'm just gonna bring him in.
When I saw the name pop up, I was like, "What the fuck?"
I figured as much. I was like, all right. I was like, watch this. I was like, watch these guys' faces, and I'm glad McKinney was here early.
Yeah. I saw that in the chat room. Chat room was popping on all media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, not so much. I tried to monitor that too, but not so much. But
If we did a gaming focused podcast, we'd get a little bit more traction in that area. But
yeah, no, without a doubt. But hey, Joel and Mouth in the house, and I can't thank him enough for calling in. I mean, much respect to Joel. We shared a lot of, and all three of us shared a lot of airtime with him on a prior network. He's always had dynamite information to spew out, and I don't think tonight was any different.
I know. I bet he missed spring training this year.
Oh yeah, considering he was living pretty much there at that point. Yeah, big Met fan. Actually, did a lot of Yankee game coverage too.
No, he was at a Port St. Lucie from years ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When he moved over to the other side of
Port
the Gulf.
St. Lucie.
Panama City.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I do believe it was Panama City. I'm not 100%
Or
sure.
nearabouts.
Yeah, moved from one side to the Gulf side. What a great guy, though. Hands down, what a great guy. We've had a lot of fun times with him and arguments.
Hey, Thump, how far away is he from you?
He's literally like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, would have said no more than an hour.
Yeah, probably no more than an hour.
I'm not 100% familiar with Thump's area as much as I am with other areas, but yeah, about an hour max. Traffic. Maybe.
Jandal birthday weekend, Saturday. Gonna be going out to the wild fucking country.
That's my birthday weekend. Sorry. Birthday month, Thump.
You know how bitches are. They got to have a whole month. Happy birthday, Jandal. Weekend or month if you want to have your period this week. You can have a month.
September 9th.
You can have a month.
Just saying.
But I will say, though, this whole fuck shit
my
up.
My buddy and longtime friend's birthday is coming before that, so I'm gonna celebrate that first before anything else.
What?
Right.
We don't want to celebrate
Celebrate
Jen's
that,
period. No.
And then mine.
What, your period?
Oh, yeah, too.
Happening about the same time, so she knows she ain't getting any for her birthday. So.
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, you may have a Red Raider. You may have a Red Raider around there somewhere. That's why she's wearing the R on the shirt. It's for the Red Raiders.
No, that's for Rutgers.
Have you even have it? Do you have a team name yet? Have they just any inclination? I mean, I know it's not going to
right now, everybody still is leaning into the camp of that Red Wolves is possibly going to be where it settles out. It's because of the endangered species, because of it getting as far away from a people of recognition type of thing.
Right.
So it seems to be that maybe where everybody likes to settle in. But right now, nobody knows anything. The further trying to get the owner to sell by now directly implicating him in the harassment, as well as somebody leaked some crazy ass fucking pictures and video and shit.
Yeah.
But the thing is the pictures and videos still don't show Dan being actively involved in any of this. So
Yeah, it's fucked up. I read all that shit today. I was talking to my father about it, and he was like, "It's just another fucking thing for the Redskins. I mean, what do they want to do? Just eliminate the team? The name wasn't enough. We got to take the team out now too." I would like to close, since we got about 3 minutes. I'd like to close on this tidbit of information that came across my wires. I don't know when it came across. I no time on this. Big news in the NASCAR world, and I definitely want Thump's opinion on this. Richard Petty Motorsports is selling a big time stake. It's not a majority, it's a minority stake to this is fucked up. Joe Gibbs Racing, in a company with Michael Jordan, Bubba Wallace, and Denny Hamlin.
well, Denny's nearing retirement.
Not only that, but the team is switching to Toyota.
Well, yeah, which will be it's a dramatic thing for Petty Motorsports to be involved.
Huge, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, he was a Plymouth guy forever and a Dodge guy, so it was really weird to see him come in and start driving anything other than that anyway. But since it wasn't available for him, and that's just the way the cookie crumbled, they need an injection of money and competitive engineers that are going to be able to bring that team along to some really competitive level. You had kind of said that they were pandering the NBA when they went to Michael Jordan for the credibility on the forefront of their statement. Not for anything, you're seeing NASCAR is doing the exact same move and going to have minority-owned investment coming into NASCAR, and with none other than North Carolina's own Michael Jordan. So
yeah, and Denny Hamlin switching teams allegedly.
Well, we don't really know. There's no word on really what's happening there. We just know he's becoming involved in the ownership group, in conjunction with Gibbs, which we saw happen with Junior when he was with Hendrick. He still had Junior Motorsports. There's other organizations. These guys end up spreading the money out kind of across the sport.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart's got a lot of money spread out, when you go across all the different levels that he sponsors.
And he came out last week saying, let the fucking guy back in now.
Let Kyle Larson back. Yeah.
Yeah, let him back in.
It's really weird. If you've been paying attention to what Kyle Larson's been doing since he's been in Outlaws, he was good before.
Yep.
But no drivers went on a tear like this in the history of Outlaw.
Look, people make mistakes. We've been through this.
Well, if y'all want to know the opinion of it, Tony went over it pretty well. He explained it better than even we could. We don't need to go back into that kettle. We just don't need to go back into that kettle. We've been there long enough, and let's just stay out of it.
No.
But Tony spoke up. He made a good inclination for it. Like I said, going to the driver's credibility. When it comes down to that, nobody's done what he's doing over there right now. It's really remarkable, and it would be a shame that what happened become a permanent stain on the rest of this kid's life, who is clearly a really good racer.
Yeah.
But not for anything. It's kind of what I see with Bubba Wallace too, and what I see the move for this partnership with Joe Gibbs and maybe the switch to Toyota to make Bubba competitive. To give him a car. That's what I keep saying. When he was doing everything he was doing in the truck series, I was like, give this guy good equipment, and I guarantee you he can run. And it's just like in any sport.
Yep.
The teams that have the competitive equipment. The teams that have the good motors. It's not only the drivers that they've got. It's the fact that they put equipment under these guys that is incredible.
And you see that, any sport,
Well,
whether it's
yeah, but go
baseball,
to
NBA.
any racing. Let's just keep it right there in that alone. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
if you go to
yeah.
any racing, F1, ARCA, Xfinity,
Yeah, sure.
like you name it, a good driver is one thing, but good equipment is also the other thing. These teams that only have like $6,000 to show up with a car, that car more than likely it's gonna run like 2-3 laps and it's gonna probably park and they're gonna call it a day. They got out there, they're trying to like keep just their name out there. Hey, maybe we get a little bit of money because their name's out there. But you see it all the time. Those guys aren't going to be competitive. Where Petty, you figured the name was going to be there, but I don't think there's anybody in that organization that knows how to handle modern NASCAR. I think they're a very old organization, and I don't think there was enough infusion of youth for them coming up through the entire organization. And I think that they've just been behind, and I think that's why their cars haven't really been as competitive as they should have been.
Yep.
And I think Gibbs, with what he's done with all of these kids that he's brought forward, who knows? The conversation about Jones not being with Gibbs anymore could be just a way to free him up to he's the guy who goes to the Petty team to be another one of their drivers instead of staying with Gibbs, which keeps that seat free for Denny Hamlin, because they're still talking about the fact that, it's maybe 1 year with Denny Hamlin.
Again, I cannot fucking stress that my sources are not 100%, but what I am hearing, it's a 3-year deal. Don't know the truth of that.
Wait, you mean the deal in general, the ownership deal?
In general with Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, see, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that deal. I'm talking about the deal with Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
Was that Joe Gibbs is probably they got rid of Jones to free up that seat for 1 year, one more year of Denny Hamlin.
Yes. 1 more year. Yes.
So he'll run next season. This team will get its feet underneath it. Denny may settle into retirement.
Could very well be.
I could see him being one of those guys that's just like, I'm good, kind of just bows out. He doesn't push it too far.
I was kind of waiting for Jakeys.com, or AKA ESPN's NASCAR website, to break that news. It hasn't come yet. The only reason why I bring this up is because every year around this time, come towards closer to the end of the NASCAR racing season, we fall into something that they always have customarily called silly season.
And the driver shuffle.
Yeah, and over the last few years, it really hasn't been that big of a deal. I personally think this is a huge deal. Richard Petty, as Thump said before, predominantly a Plymouth Dodge team, number 43, moving to Toyota is a huge fucking deal.
That's out. That's like amazing that they would even try that. I got to get the fuck though. So.
Yes, I know that. The only other thing I want to say
there is no other thing. I have to go.
Check out this week's NASCAR race. Jimmy Johnson's paint color scheme is outstanding. Pays tribute to
was last week.
And, right, that was last week. Petty and Earnhardt, most awesome. Let me crank this up and make sure that's turned up and say it's Thursday. We're out. Enjoy yourself. Watch Trump speak tonight. Make your own decisions and fucking vote, people. Vote. We are out. 8-Bit Bros. Tuesday and Thursdays. This is Thursday. Catch us Tuesday. Later.